According to ancient myths and legends, people live on Earth, unaware that it is merely purgatory, a place of confinement for souls denied rest. Here, memories are erased as if someone cruelly tears them out, leaving the person to wander in a repetitive cycle of ordinary days. But there was one who retained his knowledge. His name was Edward. Edward was more than just a man. He was a being from another dimension where magic and technology were intertwined, woven tightly into the very fabric of the universe. Everything around him, from cities to vast forests, was infused with a kind of living energy, ancient and full of mysteries. This force, like a sentient being, touched everyone, guiding destinies and controlling all aspects of existence. People worshipped this energy, knowing it directed them, and called it the Great Mind. Edward's world was both magnificent and haunting, as if crafted from dreams and nightmares. The sky over this world shimmered with strange hues, changing in response to the energy's mood. The air itself was laced with a sparkling light that seemed almost tangible, as if every breath carried with it a power to heal or destroy. Everything around him, even simple things like clothes and buildings, was animated by this energy, and every movement, every object could spring to life at the will of the Great Mind. But the world Edward grew up in was mercilessly divided into rigid castes. The higher classes, with their access to magic and technology, ruled over all below them. The lower castes lived in shadows, obediently fulfilling the commands of their superiors, like helpless puppets stripped of will. Edward saw this and could not abide by it. Rage filled him as he watched his kin bow to the elite, and one day he resolved to rise up. His battle was fierce and bold. Edward rallied his people, challenging the very authority of the Great Mind. Winds fought alongside him and lightning sparked in his hands. But the elite had what commoners did not: technology that bent space and time, weapons that were powered by the very energy that ruled over them all. In that fight, every step crackled with magical power. Every breath brought the taste of danger. The battle did not last long, but the atmosphere was charged with such strength that the ground itself cracked underfoot, and the sky blazed as if condemning Edward's audacity. And then, when Edward was on the verge of victory, the Great Mind blocked his path. This formless entity, pervasive and all-powerful, stopped him with a mere thought. For his rebellion, Edward was sentenced to exile in Purgatory, where his consciousness would be wiped, his life doomed to an endless, meaningless cycle. But something went wrong. When Edward was cast into Purgatory, there was a glitch. His life, instead of becoming an empty loop, was closed off like a ring, bringing him back to this world over and over. His memory remained intact, and he remembered everything, every detail, every moment of his past life. Now, each time he was reborn, he lived as a human, but with the knowledge of how Purgatory worked and how it differed from his original dimension. Edward did not see this as a curse, but as a gift. He began finding ways to survive, to enjoy life, ignoring the original intent of the Great Mind. Soon, Edward gained wealth and influence. He built businesses, traveled, surrounded himself with luxury and extravagance until his existence became an object of envy. Expensive cars, women, power, influence, he indulged in everything this world had to offer. Each reincarnation, he lived as if it were a celebration. He was rich beyond measure, surrounded by those who respected and admired his strength. He had it all: money, luxury, and endless opportunities, and he never missed a chance to experience something new, exciting, and dangerous. At his disposal were the finest yachts, luxurious homes, loyal friends who supported him, and journeys that revealed the secrets of this world. But soon, the great mind learned of Edward's enjoyment in purgatory. This became a warning sign. The energy governing every life began altering reality around Edward, dismantling his created fortune. His wealth vanished, friends turned their backs, and the women he loved left him. Everything he knew and cherished was crumbling before his eyes. With each passing day he lost all that he had valued, left alone, realizing that his path to victory over this world was only an illusion, and when his final day came in his latest incarnation, he was reborn once again. But this time not as a human. Edward became a simple worm, devoid of pride, memory, or strength. He was reduced to nothing, merging with the earth ruled by the same great mind that had once banished him. All that remained were faint echoes of memories flickering in his worm's mind like mirages. Thus ended the story of one who dared defy fate, and the great mind reminded him that any pleasure here was only temporary. He became but a shadow, part of an eternal circle that no one would ever know. And above his ruins, the restless energy glowed again, holding within it the same merciless power that had stripped him of everything, silently reminding him that there is no salvation for those who rise against it.